picture on. It is, according to these people. But yeah, whatever. Just do it. Yeah.
Okay, this is Skatetalk, and today's guest is Jason Dill. We're in downtown Los Angeles, and thanks for watching. And if you want to call and ask Jason a question, call 619-559-6141 or text a question too. And if you ask questions in the chat room, Patrick will read them out at times too. So, start of our show. Thanks for coming on, Jason.
No problem.
Let me see that notebook. Whose house are you staying at right now?
This is actually Giovanni Retta's house.
But you usually live in New York.
Yeah, I live in New York.
Well, what are you doing out in California? I heard you got sick. You had an incident.
Yeah, I had a doctor tell me it would be probably good for me to live a healthier lifestyle.
How are you unhealthy before?
I threw up over a gallon of blood, and I separated my esophagus from my stomach lining, so that's why I had all the blood in my stomach.
Yeah. As a result from
Eating too many Wheaties.
too many Wheaties? Did you cut back on the Wheaties?
I got weirded out for a while, you know. It's like I essentially really, really like skateboarding, and for a bit, I just felt like I wasn't doing anything for it, you know, for even just in my own brain, you know, I got weirded out. I got real weirded out. And not that I needed to escape from New York. I just wanted to come out here and skate with Anthony Van England mainly, and hang out with my friend Sage. And I got a lot of good people out here who are healthy because they live in LA.
Yeah. Did you get burnt out?
Mm-mm.
You got burnt out on skating?
I got sunburned. Can you see that? Look at that sunbrown. Be careful when you go to Malibu. It's not sunscreen. Apparently I didn't. That's why I look like George Hamilton right now. Just missing the mole. I swear. For anybody watching, I'm in disbelief that I'm this color. Most of you may know me as a very yellow grayish color. It's good to shed that color. It's nice to be you're nice and bright today, Bob.
I think so.
I think it's because Bob was at the Michael Jackson Memorial outside the Staples Center. I was watching on TV.
Yeah, I went down there when it was hectic.
Boosh was on. Boosh, come show your bracelet. No, seriously, I want Boosh. You don't even have to come all the way in. Just show your bracelet. Let me touch it.
Boosh actually got in.
Camera? This was inside where the body was, right there. Quincy Jones, Barry, all those people.
I do have the shirt on though.
You do. I like the shirt.
Yeah.
And it's not like a defamation shirt. It doesn't show the transfer into like super psychoticness.
Yeah.
I just heard on CNN that he was bald. They said he was completely bald on top, and he had skin of porcelain, like paper.
No.
Yeah. That's got to be a rumor. I would like to think it is.
Another rumor that's criminal to CNN.
I would like to think it's a rumor.
Yeah.
I would like to think Michael died with a full head of hair.
Michael died full fro.
Did you say you were like the best little kid in Huntington Beach, or was it Anthony Oglesby?
Anthony Oglesby didn't live in Huntington Beach. Anthony lived in a pretty rough part of town. He lived in Long Beach. Like, yeah, he lived not, Anthony didn't live too far from the Watts Towers. I stayed at his house when I was young.
Yeah.
But best kid in Huntington Beach. I did the best at getting out of Huntington Beach when I was young. I know that. Ed loves it down there. I don't understand. I kind of understand, but I love it that Ed still lives down there.
I got a question. You know Steve
Yeah.
Roberts?
Yeah.
Wasn't he like a big deal when you were a kid?
Oh, we're talking when I was a child. When I was like 9 and 10 years old, like going to a spot, it would be Jason, Lee, Ed Templeton, Steve Robert, Ray would be there, Barbie. And those dudes were just a whole nother level. I mean, it was just absolutely incredible. But yeah, then Steve moved to New York, and I hung out with a larger version of Steve there.
This question is why did you quit Blockhead? And that's a signed Laban for eyes.
Wow. House of Kasai transferred into Blockhead. You know, I don't know. I suppose I wanted to be the only person that wrote for Black Label and Tracker at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did that. I did that.
Was Rick Howard on when you were on?
No, Rick had already flown the coop. Well, he was on when I was on, yeah, at the same time. Yeah. I kind of tried out for Blockhead with Rick present. It was...
You got on, you tried out at the same time? Oh, no, Rick got you
It
on.
was like Rick and I think Mark Wyndham and that, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, Rick was on when I got on.
Well, why'd your style change for the better when you got on 101?
Was that you or did someone?
That's me.
Oh, that's you.
Sounds like a text.
Yeah, Bob, you gotta read the ones from you more.
That was for me.
Bob persona. I want to know what's coming from Bob. Okay, just so you know.
Okay.
But I mean, shit. Half the time, I was always just imitating. You mean like my gear, or the way I skated?
The way you skated.
Yeah, skated would be the hormones and growing.
Yeah.
That nice pompadour I had. When I got on 101, I was 15, but I was just imitating Salman Agha most of the time. Most all of that, after Salman came out with that real part with all those nollies, and I was kind of doing that at the same time. I mean, God, I was such an irresponsible fucker. Like, 'cause I went from 101 to color. I remember I had a photo when I wrote for that company Color. I don't know if anybody remembers that. I had a real sticker on my board with all these Salman stickers all over it. I just was...
Wait, you wrote for Color?
For a minute, yeah.
You weren't in that video though, right?
No, well, just that part you showed one time, Jeremy's part.
Oh, yeah.
That little kid. Look at
But like,
these
who's in
ones.
that? Like Quee and like Kyle.
I don't want to talk about that.
Is it, I heard you didn't like Mark Johnson using a Joy Division song for his part.
It wasn't that I disliked it. It's just like, and like, fuck, I'm one to talk. Of course, I had Radiohead, but I kind of felt like, Radiohead's just like one of those things where, I mean, when we were doing Photosynthesis, that was filmed in 98 and 99, and I remember my old roommate Mikey was like, dude, this band called White Stripes, and I'd never heard of them, and he was like, this guy kind of sounds like Robert Plant sometimes, like it's weird. And they had a song called Jimmy the Explorer, and I was dead set on using that. And then they were like, well, you love Radiohead, and I really did. You're the only band I went to go see and shit, like
Right.
98, And then when I found that song for them, for explaining myself why I used a popular band within a popular time, was just I found like a B-side, off OK Computer, and I used that. I just feel like going straight into there's nothing to do with Mark, besides the fact that I think Mark is such an incredible skater that I hold him in such high regard that if he does anything that's not up to my standards, I'm gonna bitch. So, I feel like I skate that way too. That's why I don't do such hard tricks, because I set my own standards pretty low, so I can't bitch at myself.
Yeah.
But I just wish, not wish, but man, if you use the live version of Ceremony off Still, come on, bud, it's just fucking untouchable. Like, it would just be so psycho. I mean, there's like 5 minutes before Ian even belts out that first.
I think more people should use live versions for their parts. No one ever really does that.
And Joy Division's the one band. They're the only band. Me personally, I like Joy Division's live stuff. It's in a different category than their recorded stuff. Stuff on their records.
Is it true? When you got on Etnies, I heard you actually told them like that you weren't gonna skate much or take any photos, and they still put you on.
Being completely honest right now, like, I had a weird year this year. And when I got on them, I was absolutely bonkers, man. Like, I really not like I made some big turnaround, like, oh, I don't even recognize that guy. I love that guy. It was almost like being schizophrenic. I was so crazy.
Self-destructive a little?
I was just perpetually on acid, almost. But not like a dumb fucker running around, you know, just being really annoying. Obviously it wasn't that annoying. They were willing to work with me. But I do have to admit that there are a couple things where I've taken the money and not done my requirements as what the contract probably said. So I probably did make some contract stipulations like, don't call me, don't bother me, and I'll fucking not bother you. But I mean, I've done a lot of weird shit, man.
You don't write for Etnies anymore.
No, I quit it.
How long ago did you quit?
Like 5 days ago.
Why did you quit?
I feel on the first hand, I feel like, you know, I feel like they were a bit over me anyways. I mean, I never wore one shirt, ever. I never put a sticker on my board. And I'm kind of sick of like riding for shit I don't put like Alien Workshop. I mean, I put fucking Supreme stickers on my board, you know, like,
yeah.
Much of the, you know, like.
So it was almost like you were embarrassed to ride Etnies shoes?
No, I'm not gonna say I was embarrassed, because I just think they're their own entity, and I think I got on to try to make Etnies cool and legit. I'm not tooting my own horn over here at all, because I don't think I accomplished that goal. But
Yeah.
I just think that, you know, it was a couple years. You know how much shit can happen in skate time.
Right.
It's kind of longer sometimes, skate time, if you worked a real job for 2 years, you'd be like, oh my God, that place was crazy. Like, I don't know. It's like,
Yeah.
But I decided it'd be good for me to move on, and I wish them luck with what they do, and I just really want to ride for something I really like. I want to put the name of the company sticker on the board.
Well, what company are you put on your board now?
Fucking Awesome and Supreme and Alien Workshop.
No shoes yet?
No.
This person has a color question. How much do you miss seeing Jeremy Ray and the Mags? Ever see him or know what's up with them?
I think Jeremy was always a bit of a perfectionist, so, you know, I hope he's doing well, whatever he's doing. Jeremy's probably he's top 3 skateboarders I've ever seen skate in person.
There's a lot of like, people are asking like a lot of actor questions for you. Normally it's like bullshit questions, but people ask like a lot of artist questions and actor questions for you.
Give me an actor question.
Okay. Let's see.
What actor, if you were to have a film made about you, what actor
Well,
would
this is
play you?
this is an artist. How do you pronounce that?
This kid says, this kid asked me if I like Dostoevsky or Camus,
Which are?
writers. It's too obvious. I'm gonna go John Bonte. Kind of obvious too. Nah, you know whose writing I really like for whoever that is? And I saw his actual artwork before. I didn't really care about his artwork. I didn't really know. Damien Hirst's writing is really incredible. Like just his writing, it has nothing to do with his work. But I got put on to Damien Hirst's writing, and it's great. I think he could have done that besides putting great white sharks in formaldehyde.
Well, these questions were.
What's an answer question?
Someone had something about name your top 5 nominated Academy artists, and I can't find the text anymore because there's so many coming in.
Dude, don't even get me started with the Golden Globes and the Academy. It's all bullshit made by the Hollywood Foreign Press. It's fucking insane.
But these are
My
the
favorite actor is James Ranson of Generation Kill and The Wire. Like he's in Prom Night too. He's probably. I told him to watch. Hi PJ. PJ told me to say that I am a false prophet and God is. What'd you say, Pete? Diversion, deception, something like that. So there, I said it. Love you, buddy.
This is probably something that you've gone over so many times, but everyone keeps texting this.
Why did you do that thing that one time? No.
Why do you feel you were portrayed fairly on the Osbournes? There's like every other text is that.
That's one thing. It's like, man, you shouldn't be probably embarrassed by anything you do. It's not that I'm embarrassed. I'm just like, I didn't know it was gonna be like such a thing, and I could so see people watching that and be like, God, that guy's a fucking idiot. But I seriously woke up one day at that house, and that's what they were doing. I really had no idea that show was gonna be so fucking big, and it was weird because when the show came out, all that shit was filmed the year before, and yeah, I don't know. But now it's like, look, like over the years, like just the conversations I've had with Ozzy, it's like I wouldn't take it back just because of the conversations I've had with him. Like, for God's sakes, I mean, I've flown home in a private jet before just because I wanted to go home, so they just dropped me off. I'm saying, like.
How did you even end up in that? How did you end up in that circle?
I don't really want to get into it, but that was that. I'm glad it's this.
So you don't take it back.
Just for the sheer conversations and situations and everything I've seen out of it, like it's just. It's kind of, you had to be there, guys and ladies.
Someone keeps asking if you had sex with the guy on the wire. It's talking about PJ.
I wonder if PJ wouldn't write that.
PJ's on here.
I told him to watch. I didn't tell many people to watch. I told PJ to watch, and I told Sage and Renee to watch. So hi, Sage and Renee. Love you guys. No, I never. Me and the guy from The Wire never consummated our relationship, but I really tried for that Leo Fitzpatrick. He's a looker.
Someone wants to know if they're saying that the mosaic part is all lines.
Yeah.
All part lines. You do that on purpose.
Don't you brush up on your skate knowledge, Patrick? I was like the first guy to ever do that. Yeah, I had a part of all lines. You never saw that?
No, I saw it. I just didn't notice. I didn't remember that it was all lines.
You're not perceptive?
Yeah.
Now, the only single trick I do with that, it's like there's like an intro, you know, like a video part intro, and I do a pivot fakie in that pool. And that's like the only. But no, I set out to do a part of all lines. And I love. I'm not name dropping here, what the fuck so ever, but I remember getting really self-conscious because it was almost done filming with that video, and Eric Costin was like, "Heard you film a part of all lines," and I was like thinking like he's gonna be like cool, yeah. I was like, yeah. And he's like, "What are you gonna do? Like, fucking do a trick down a 10 stair and then kick off the curb?" I remember being like, "Oh, dude, what am I doing? I'm tripping. This is gonna be lame."
I should be doing big stuff first.
Because you know how they said that you heard that you're going to have a part with no ollies, you know?
The no ollie. What were you gonna say?
Oh no, I'm just saying, like, even though that didn't happen, like, do you set out when you're going to film a part, like, with, like, things like that? Like, not, I don't want to say, like, conceptual, but, like, a part with all lines, or a part...
The only part that was that word conceptual is so funny. Did you think about, like, what, they don't have conceptual murder. You know, what's the what's the premeditated? Yeah, I did set out to do a part of just lines because I just like the flowy. Well, I just thought that Henry Sanchez's part in the Tim and Henry video was that's what put it in my brain, and then shit, I don't know how anything else ever even gets made or with the way I've been over the years, I don't understand how one graphics even got out.
Is it true in the first few years of filming Minefield that you weren't hurt and you still weren't skating?
No, that's not true at all. And the whole thing that Patrick was saying about not that any of you give a shit about this, I'm only addressing what we're talking about right here. I feel like I'm boring the pants off someone who's already bored. The whole thing about the video part without ollies is just, we would just joke because I kept slapping stuff. And like, it was like kind of like, almost like teasing Greg Hunt. Like, I'm gonna ollie, no I'm not, let's slap you. Like, I don't know. So, but that was that. But no. There was, filming the Minefield video was definitely, there was a whole lot, you know. There's like, you start and you feel weird and then you kind of go back over and, I don't know why did my part look like that?
No.
Okay.
No.
You can say it like it did.
No, it was just a rumor. I loved your part. It was amazing.
How about my part without the last trick? Would have really sucked, huh?
Do you prefer the photography work of Phil Jackson or over Patrick O'Dell?
The Lakers coach? The Lakers coach is a prominent photographer in the underground team? Well, I'd have to take a look at Phil Jackson's photography now to weigh my options here, wouldn't I? I'd have to say most of the figures in Patrick O'Dell's photography
Are
are...
people calling?
People are actually texting more. There's no calls this week.
Well, there's no calls.
Yeah, but
He gets already called, I'm getting called.
that's weird because usually it's the phone's just ringing up the hook with
Me
it.
first.
Ah,
That was my...
you're on right now.
That was my...
Why did you default it?
That was my impression of Heath Kirchhoff.
Oh, wait, do you go on trips with Heath for Alien?
Yeah. Lately, I've been playing games of skate with Heath to get him ready for his big match,
Oh, yeah.
which is tomorrow.
How do you think he'll do?
Dude, he kicks my ass. Like when I have to really pull a bunch of weird shit out to like actually beat him. But 80% of the time he beats me. 85. Like he's on it. Like he's really on it. The thing about Heath, like, this is boring.
But you've been refereeing games of skate.
No.
Yeah, you refereed, what, one or two?
Let's drop that whole thing.
Okay.
Wait, how long does it take? Did it take you a long time to get to know Heath? Like you got on Alien? No, he got on Alien.
You know, we were little dudes, like in the same, you know, like I feel like we would show up at a lot of the same spots when we were growing up. But Heath is just one of those gnarly dudes. I'm not one of those gnarly dudes. Heath just went, like, he's great.
People say he's like really like standoffish. You know, like I went on like 5 trips before I like got to know him. You know?
Really? I don't know. I think that, dude. Once again, one of 3 friends I've ever punched directly in the face. Heath Kirchhoff. So. What else are they asking?
They're asking.
Some guy's spamming on here. He wants to know what's next, like what video you're going next.
Anthony Van Engelen and I are doing a Transworld video. This is the first announcement of such a thing. Oh my God, big news in the skate world.
Exclusive.
Here goes the Slack message boards are shut down as of 8:30.
We can take a call. There's a call coming in. Skate Talk. Do you have a question for Jason?
Yeah, Yeah, well, kind of. Is it true that Tim O'Connor's like? Yeah, I heard this really crazy rumor about Tim O'Connor possibly getting kicked off Habitat for not doing enough.
Hey, Tim disguises
Really
his voice really good.
I don't. I did. Does it look like I read for Habitat? I don't know. Of course not.
I couldn't even understand the question.
He
The
said-
question,
Tim asked if he was getting kicked off. Just kidding. No, some dude was saying that he wanted to, Tim, he heard a rumor Tim was getting kicked off Habitat. He's wondering if that was true. No, Tim's he's the OG dudes. You don't kick those dudes off.
this is like someone lives in New York. What's up with Polio calling out Strobeck when skating his spots?
Dude. I don't give a shit.
Here's a legit question. Which skater are you most psyched on at the moment?
Oh, at the moment. I've been paying attention a lot. I said that wrong. I've been paying I've been paying 100% more attention than I used to, and there's a lot there's a lot out there right now. Who's really doing it? Shit, I mean, as far as people I've skated with since I've been in California, that's another thing. Like, you skate with so many people when you're here. I mean, when I first got here, like, I'd have to ask Anthony, like, Van Engelen, who's that? Tell me who it is. Like, who's that? And he'd be like, that's that one.
When you first came back recently?
Yeah, I'd have to be like, who is that guy pro? But, I mean, Andrew Allen, Brian Hansen, Lizard, there's no denying Lizard. Dude is so heavy. He's just so awesome. Yeah, he's great. But yeah, those dudes are really doing it. Rick Howard's really doing it. Skating with Howard today. Yeah, Howard.
Skatetalk.
Hey.
Yeah, go ahead.
Best deal. When was the last time you skated with Strobeck, and what is he doing? Since no more Polaroid film is being made.
Do you know what he just said?
When's the last time you skated with Strobeck?
Bill Strobeck. Bill's a filmer. I would never endorse someone's website, but Bill's website is williamstrobeck.com. It's absolutely incredible. It's nothing of what you've ever seen before, and it's a complete unfiltered look at probably the strangest brain I've ever had conversations with, and I mean that in a good way. I mean, dude, Bill is almost my everything. It's absolutely insane.
Are you in love?
No, it's just Bill's Bill, man. There's only, I've said it before, I'll say it again. There's only one Bill, and I'm glad he's my Bill. Last time I skated with Bill, it's a while ago, filming for the video, and Bill's working on all kind of new projects for himself. Like I just said, you can go to williamstrobeck.com. He's got all types of stuff going. I'm real proud of him. He just filmed that Jason Schwartzman video. I really like that video. I really like that song. Yeah, Bill. Take another call.
Yeah.
Is it fun?
Yeah, it is. Skate Talk. Go ahead. How big is the delay? I don't know if they realize when they get through. Yeah, there's like a 15-second delay on
Usually
TV.
they screen the calls.
Yeah.
So you racist.
In all the years you've skated, is there a company you've never ridden for that you wish you would have at some point?
Gullwing. No, I don't know. You know what? I've really covered a lot of them. Shit, I even rode for skate rags when I was a kid. It's almost like you could. I think Gullwing might be the only truck company I've never ridden for. I really mean that. Them, Z-Roller, Underground Trucks. I never rode for them, but I've ridden for them, almost every truck company.
Do you ever keep in touch with Papa Largo?
I mean, that's a difficult task. That's the one I never got back to you about. You wanted me to talk about Pops for the thing.
Yeah.
I was.
Oh, sorry.
What's going on? Up here.
You got it done.
I wish I would have contributed, but.
And then someone on here wants to know about Gino Iannucci. They just say, what do you think about Gino Iannucci?
What do you think?
There's a lot of those texts.
You know what? Gino's one of those people. I guarantee you, he probably will never see this, and he'll probably never hear about this. But, all honesty, guys, I think exactly what you think about Gino. Like, I'm not putting him on the spot just in case he is watching, but I know he's not, or he'll ever hear about this. But as much as he's my friend and I miss him, I want to see stuff of him, you know. I really want to see. I want to see Gino skate. I mean, nobody looks like that on a skateboard, and they all want to see.
Remember that time he did that fakey flip off the curb?
What, the end of the line and snuff, and the car light goes. Mm-hmm. See, I'm a fan. Now, even skating on the same team. Do you want a difficult task? Try being 18 years old and filming a video part that you know is going to go before Gino's. That sucks. Gino'd be in New York for like 2 months, and he'd come to LA, and he hadn't skated in like 2 months, and he'd do.
You knew at the time your part was before Gino's? Or you could just tell?
The ender? Yeah, right. Like, dude. All Gino has to do is push and do 360 shove-its.
A lot of spamming. Like, I keep getting the same text. Like, do you skate with Jake? Do you skate with Jake Johnson in New York? It's like over and over and over again.
No. I mean, shit.
But yeah, everybody was just like a name, like.
I feel kind of responsible for getting Jake on the team. Jake's incredible. He's a new breed of Terminator kids that are not kids. Jake's like 7 feet tall. Jake's 8 tall. I just kicked off the team.
Were you happy with your Minefield part?
No.
Why weren't you happy with it? What?
I just feel like, dude, serious, no bullshit, like, whatever, like, people, I'm gonna have a hard time dealing with all of this real soon, because I dealt with it recently, and I took the wrong steps in dealing with it, which was secluding myself, and it's just, I don't have any cynicism, I don't have anything against anybody getting their feed of what they want to see in skateboarding. I like seeing new skateboarding too, but it's just like, I don't know, I'm going off in the wrong direction. But I just feel like with the video part, I mean, jeez. That last trick in the part, like, not to bring that up again, but I didn't think it was good enough. I didn't think it was like, I didn't think the landing should have been in there. I never released shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, I just, like, I don't know. My favorite skaters are my favorite skaters, and if they did something weird, I probably wouldn't notice it, but since it's me, I'm just like...
Super critical of yourself.
Yeah, like, overly, big time. And I think that comes from, like, it's like that child stuff. Like, if you get put on a lot when you're a kid, and, I don't know, look at Michael Jackson. No, I don't know. No, of course I wish my part was longer, and, I wanted to use that song that I gave to Jake, the Animal Collective song. I wanted to use that, but I didn't think my part was good enough, so I used the dancer song instead.
For the Transworld video you're going to be working on, are you going... You're going at that part with, like, a whole different outlook as Minefield?
Well, I do that with... not that you asked this question, but I do that with every part. Like, Minefield was just chaotic. Like, everything that was going on in my brain at the time, and, like, what I was doing, where I was going, and, like, the way I, like was doing things was really self...
But what were you doing? Like, describe, like, what was taking your mind off of skateboarding? Or filming a part, like, concentrating?
Just insanity. Just pure insanity of just whatever. I mean, not like... It's only, I don't know, it's just something else. But I mean, I do go into every part, not with like a seriousness, like, okay, what am I gonna do now? It's not like that. I just see how I'm feeling and what I'm doing at the time. That's why I had all those slappies in that part, because I liked slapping at the time and I felt like no one was slapping.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know. That's a good way to go about things. I feel like if you see too much of something, just don't do it.
So like,
I see a lot of people skating really good, so I just don't do that.
so you're basically just filming what you were into and not really what you felt like you had to be putting out there that other people were doing.
But the thing for this Transworld part, like for the people out there who don't know about skateboarding, like with skateboarding have video parts. The new part, I had a Transworld part in 1998 come out with Anthony Van Engelen, who's a teammate of mine.
Feedback.
And people really liked that part, and we shared a part together. So now this is like a reunion of us sharing a part again.
Well, we should do the news now. It's like more than halfway point.
Yeah, Boosh does the skate industry news in our show.
Okay.
Do you want to sit in with him as he does the news? I'll get up and he'll
Okay.
come in here.
Did you guys do that with Heath?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are we on time now?
You're on.
it's still going.
Okay.
It just runs live for an hour.
Okay. What did you guys do after Heath's thing was done? Did you guys go back on?
Yeah.
What
Well, I'm
happened?
saying karaoke.
I sang karaoke.
Did Heath get into his underwear?
I don't think so. He was in his like pajamas the whole time during the whole show
What
though.
was that? My favorite. I really did crack up. Out of nowhere, someone said, someone goes, why is there a video of Heath Kirch on the internet naked? And without missing a beat, Heath goes, because I get shitty. So funny.
Oh yeah, there is a video of him naked on the internet, like coming out of a hotel room. Just
Let's bring Bush in for the news.
All right, here's Boosh with skate news. There you go, Boosh.
Thanks, Bob. What's that?
Is it weird for me to sit in on the news?
No, it's not. Yeah, I feel a lot better because
Bush, he was at the 2009 July 7th Michael Jackson Memorial with such names as Quincy Jones, Janet Jackson, Evel Knievel.
Huh?
Fill us in on the memorial.
Michael Jackson.
Like how was it?
Look what Bush brought us from the memorial. Look at it. See? This is from the memorial. Isn't that beautiful?
I had to pull some.
Michael Jackson's casket was made out of something much like this.
Yeah, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt.
Oh my God.
Boosh got the beat it.
Had to pull some strings for that one.
How's the light? It's good.
it's dark as hell.
Is it dark?
Should you put the light on the ground? Do you think? At work, if it, or would that look scary or something?
How about this?
Oh, it's alright.
I burped.
So about the memorial.
Where did you sit at the memorial?
We're sitting in like the stage is right here and directly like facing the front of the stage on like the second row of like the second level kind of. And then one of the people that worked there came and said they had to fill the rest, or I guess the Jackson family had like 9,000 seats for family and friends.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't, there was, before it started, there were so many that were empty though, like towards the front, that no one was sitting in, so they moved like our section to that section.
Show your bracelet.
So how close were you to like, did you see, how far back were you?
It was like I think like 4 rows from being like on the floor, and then just like the stage was right here, and then we were like just a section and a half, if that makes sense. So pretty close.
Did you cry at any point?
No, I almost teared up though, like
When Paris
What's
said what she said, you almost lost.
dude, that was, I almost just fucking
And
blew
then
up right there.
Just the sheer sight of John Mayer there.
Oh no, John Mayer did make me fucking lose it for,
Because you were just so pissed. He
Yeah.
was there, you're like, fuck, and you started crying.
that's pretty much
He
it.
played Human Nature on guitar. Come on.
It was so necessary for him to be there.
Wacko Jacko only dies once. You have Prince play Human Nature. Stevie playing I Never Dreamt You Lived in Summer is just, okay. Stevie can do no wrong. Stevie's all I got left. Everything else sucks. Stevie Wonder is the best thing in the world. All right, here's the news with Boosh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like Man in the Mirror, that's my favorite.
Hey, you're not on camera.
yeah, Bob, you've had your time.
Captain EO is the only movie I've seen in 3D. Okay, there's the news.
All right, this skate news is gonna suck because nothing's happening. But
I thought you were gonna say someone died. He looked serious for a second, didn't he?
no, I'm serious. I'm serious about this sucking. So deal with it.
Trucks went out of business. Oh, God.
Fuck! Don't say that.
Just kidding.
Don't say that. No. Yeah, there's some sad news. Actually, Andrew Pott went pro for City Stars, I guess. Do you know who that is?
No.
Good. You don't worry about it.
Hey,
But yeah,
Bruce's reflections of the news don't necessarily reflect my views or opinions as a pro skateboarder and or human being.
all right. Well, that happened, and Leo, Benny Fairfax, Figgy, Joey Brzezinski, and Bob Burnquist are now riding for independent trucks, which is some pretty hot gossip right there.
Who the hell did Bob Burnquist ride for truck twice before?
Fury.
Yeah. Good one, Bob.
Leo can do whatever he wants, gets untouchable.
Yeah. What else happened? Did you hear about Jason Ellis having sex with that wrestler China?
Where did you hear about that?
It was on the Howard Stern show, I guess. He
Oh, he
talked.
goes to Howard Stern show?
I guess so.
Good for Jason Ellis. I'm a big fan of Howard Stern.
Did you hear about that? Really? Dude, I guess he
She's got. See, that would be kind of.
Have you seen her sex video?
I saw her on one of those reality shows.
She's got a clit that's like
Almost
this
looks
long.
like she's missing a chromosome. Like she looks like.
No, she is.
She looks like she could easily play like a doop doop like in a caveman movie. Like she could be the cave woman that they hit over the head and drag her in. She had false teeth, maybe.
Yeah.
Those wrestlers, they used to shoot teeth.
She's got a clit that's like this big and has like a tip at the end.
Like says that like it's a bad thing.
No, you should see it. It's like a tiny penis.
Oh, she's a genetically endowed one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that happened. So have fun with those genital warts. What else? Chocolate videos postponed because Lakai's filming a new one. So sorry for everyone out there.
Wow.
Jason Dill quit Etnies about 5 days ago. So I guess yeah.
Shit.
And now, I guess him and Anthony Van Engelen are sharing a video part in the new Transworld video.
Where'd you hear that?
Just, I think the internet. I don't know if it's true, but exclusive Skatetalk. Yeah. Fuck. What else? Huh? Jason Dill's off Etnies. Oh fuck. No, what's happening now? Maloof Cup is happening this weekend.
Can I edit it?
I think you can. Are you in
Can I
it?
just show up?
Are you on the list?
What if I show them your bracelet?
Probably would let you skate.
Maybe some of the same security that worked Jacko's thing will be there.
Damn. No, I'm sure you could.
I kind of want to go.
Looks pretty fun.
Jeff designed the course. That can't be bad.
How come you didn't enter the game of skate, the Barrett thing?
I was recuperating when that all came in, and I won't bullshit, man. I'm afraid of like shooting out the gate and missing a kickflip. I mean, dude, it happened today. I was playing some big wigs today. Rick Howard and Heath Kirkchart. Both them shot out the gate, kickflip, and missed my kickflip. And imagine millions of people saw that. Just gotta get him a kickflip, he fucking sucks. That would be insane. Like, I don't have a great kickflip, but it's usually there. Oh, and I don't want to broadcast to the world a bad flat ground trick. I feel like I've done a pretty damn good job having like pretty good level flat ground tricks, and I would never want to. Just one, dude, and like Dude, what if the board to the face would be heavy? Like, so, like, is there just so much that could go wrong? And like, what if you get beat by like Greg Lutzka or something? Oh God, that would be just. If there was like heavy odds on it, like what if you played Greg Lutzka, like, and if you beat him, like he'd get kicked off K-Swiss, or he had to ride for some, or if you played him, he had to ride for what you thought appropriate.
So
That would be so. There's games of skate where,
one pro could make up rules for the person that loses.
and vice versa.
Yeah, vice versa.
So it's like, yes, you're on Osiris, third rail, and sector 9. Okay, that's insane.
Any more news?
Any more
What
news?
did you write your news on?
A beer.
Memorial.
No, there's help choose the best beer float in Los Angeles, and then it's a little coupon right here.
All right, Bruce,
Yeah.
Bob's got more questions for me.
All right. Skate news.
Boosh news.
There you go, Bob.
That was Boosh with the news.
How many people are watching? Like 10?
172.
Whoa.
Shit, I'm nervous.
Everyone on here thinks you're going to be on K-Swiss. Everyone's like, K-Swiss, K-Swiss.
Because I just said it, right?
Not after that.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Oh, you just admitted that you were going to run for K-Swiss?
No, because I said that you could play the game of skate against Lutzka, and if you beat him, he gets kicked off K-Swiss and has to ride for Osiris.
I got a question from Justin Reagan.
Yes.
He said, ask him about his first sponsor, Christian board company called Arise.
That's not from Justin. I grew up with Justin. Is it really?
It is from him because he's been texting me that too.
Yeah.
I never rode for a company called Arise, Justin.
Do you ever believe in God?
No. But
Not no truth to that.
no, Regan, get out of here, dude. I've known Justin. Remember when you hit your chin on the back tail at Huntington High on the ledges on the side by the pool? Jose Cerda was there. No, I was just bringing that up because like, oh, you remember, I remember. Not like I wanted you to hit your chin. I love Justin Reagan. I never rode for Arise, motherfucker. What are you trying to stir?
Is that company?
The first company I ever rid for, well, I rode for, rid for. Is that? I rode for House of Kasaya. That was my first sponsor. I don't know if that was a religious company, but Justin knows. I used to get a lot of shit when I was a kid. I was like fucking 10 or 11 riding for House of Kasaya, and people would just browbeat me about riding for Tracker at Huntington Beach. Fuck Huntington Beach. How about that?
Would you ever live there again?
Fuck no. Fuck, I got out of there as fast as I could.
Is it better than it is now? Back then? Or I mean,
I wouldn't know.
it's pretty fucked.
New York used to be better than it is now.
What's the difference?
I'm done. Now it's even better. Now, I'm not getting into that. It's very that subject's very close to my heart.
You ever get to hang out with? Do you ever get to hang out with the Gons anymore since he's so busy?
Mark's busy? Is that
People
what?
seem to think, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. 88, Mark. 88 Cafe, Mark.
What's your favorite Gons part other than video days?
60-40. His 60-40 part. I remember the 60-40 part is the glasses for your feet part. Oh, no, because the real, there was a real video that Dan Wolf, sorry Dan, that Dan Wolf did this edit of Mark's part, and you guys probably, with all that YouTube and shit out there, like, how is this not, you remember that part, Patrick, with Mark skated to, Morrissey.
Yeah.
Dan edited it, and it never came out. Like, well,
He switched the music.
yeah,
My Love Life, I think. I saw it.
yeah,
Didn't that come out on YouTube? Isn't there a version of that on
Well,
YouTube?
I saw it at a trade show.
yeah, and Dan sent Bill a copy of it like that. So yeah, that's my other favorite. No, it's a toss up between the 60-40 and that one.
I mean, Justin feels bad that he got this facts wrong. But he wants to know if you have any Matt Goldsby stories.
Who the hell's Matt?
He moved for House of Casada.
Oh, wow, Matt. Holy crap. I probably took acid because of the Matt. Like, I probably did take my first hit of acid because of Matt. I remember Matt telling me a story when I was like... Huntington Beach was great for that kind of stuff. I remember being so little and like, these dudes would just unfiltered stories. Like Matt would be like, I had sex with this girl last night and I was on acid and her face was melting and I thought my penis would melt into her, and I was just like this little kid who only like smoked pot once, and I was like in my head I was like, check, you're doing acid. Like, you know, like Matt, holy Matt, wow. Matt, where you been? Wow. Matt was like our Matt Hensley. It's kind of funny. And Eric Estrada was the best skateboarder in Huntington Beach ever. Wasn't he, Justin? He was better than Ed and Jason. It was insane. So bummed that, and not the guy from Chips. The real guy, Eric Estrada, he was incredible.
Here's the weekly Bob zing. It's this guy keeps texting this. Bob, you look like Garth from Wayne's World. I agree.
You don't have blonde hair.
I don't have blonde, long hair, but it's the glasses, I guess.
Thank God I don't look like Mike Myers. You're saying in person, he looks like what Madame Tussauds wax statue.
I saw him wearing like a hockey jersey and hockey jersey and like a hockey stick on like Remington.
Just kicking it.
Just like standing around like in a hockey player outfit.
Dude, if that guy really bought the rights to the Keith Moon story, and he's gonna play Keith Moon, he's an asshole. He does look like a wax figure in person. It's crazy. It looks like a piece of his skin's gonna fall off in your hand.
What era of skating do you feel was the funnest for you? What's your favorite?
About 72.
72?
The funnest? The early teen years, 101. 101 was 16 through 19. It's funny that was only 3 years, but the early teen years.
Wait, did you skate with Nadas?
A little bit. Whenever we go on the big trips, Nadas would skate. Europe, stuff like that. Trips to like Northwest and stuff like that, Vancouver and all that. Out here in the States and up to Canada. He'd skate, and it was, yeah, that was incredible, and that kind of stuff. And like, you know, 101 was from 16 years old to 19. That's like, you know, when I went to New York and I did acid for the first time, and like, just all my big firsts were in New York. The first time I ever went to a club was there. And
Kind of young, everything's new.
I remember the first time I did acid, I was at Jones and Chris Keefe's house, and it was Keenan, Gino Jones, and Chris, and they had mushrooms, and so they were tripping out on mushrooms, and I was the little guy. So like, Dill, there's not enough for you. So I was like, okay, cool. So I'm just whatever, messing around, whatever. They're tripping, and they're telling me what it's like, and then Jones is tripping, and he's like, Dill, I forgot, I have this. And he gave me this hit of acid, and I went into their parents' bedroom. Their parents were gone. And I was watching a Knicks game, and all of a sudden the hardwood floors were level with my eyes. And Patrick Ewing was on the TV, and his eyes were so, it was great. And we went on the roof. The sky, I remember we went outside to go get pizza, and it was still during the daytime, and Keenan goes, I feel naked. It was just so funny.
Here's a call in from Dan Rogers. He has a question for you.
Oh my God.
Skate Talk. Dan.
I think he's just calling you anyway.
I don't know.
Whatever show's on.
He's on the line, but he's not talking.
Hi, Dan. I go way back with Dan. Dan's got a lot of dirt on me.
How many tries was your last trick in Minefield?
A year and a half. I'm not shitting you. It was a year and a half, but you could only skate that spot on Saturday and Sunday in New York. And the New York City courts police would kick you out, not actual police. And what they would do is they would circle around, and I'd have to go hide for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes until they would leave. Oh man, that trick was a nightmare. I wish I just did it on a LA schoolyard picnic table. I don't know if I will do it on. It's like Babe Ruth hitting that home run for that cancer kid. I'm gonna do it on a picnic table for you, America.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Hey,
Skate
Dan.
Talk.
Now
Oh,
you can
this
hear
is
me.
Dan.
Okay. So I have a question for Bob and a question for Jason.
Okay, go ahead.
But it's more of a request for Bob. First, I'll do the Bob question. The request: will you karaoke "What a Fool Believes" for the ending of the show tonight?
I don't have the lyrics to that.
Like you need them.
I can try. What's your question for Jason?
Hey, Jason, I have a pretty good question for you, like a true fan question to make it interesting, hopefully.
Okay, Dan.
So, of all the years that you've been through, because you've been skating a long time, you've been like in the scene forever, from like Grom status in Huntington and Blockhead and all that, and then like graduating to 101, and then going on the ultimate like New York tour video and photosynthesis, like,
Yeah.
then now, of course, where you're at today, like, of all the good times you've had, like, what's been your favorite time of skating for you?
Well, obviously you weren't paying attention to Bob's last question.
We asked that earlier.
What, you did?
Yeah, you know that, Dan. I'm sorry, bud.
Oh, no, okay, I have a better question. The questions I told you to ask about?
Yeah.
Good.
You did? The Anthony Oglesby questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, we covered all this. Come on, man. You know me since I was 12 years old. You got something better?
All right, who'd you look up to most when you were growing up as a kid, pre-15 years old?
Pre-15?
Yep.
Oh, Mark Gonzalez, hands down.
20 to 25.
20 to 25 would be still Mark with a bit of Gino mixed in, but different because I skated with Gino.
All right, what's the best shoe you ever designed that you like the most?
Best shoe I've ever designed?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever designed a best shoe, so. The first DVS shoe.
That's the one that I'm talking about?
The Prada bite.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, then Bob asked all my questions already. Oh, well.
It's all right,
All
Dan.
right. Thanks for calling.
Later, Dan.
Oh, yeah, fuck you, Bob.
All right.
Dude, Dan has a good voice for TV.
That was Sergi Ventura. Thanks.
What time is it?
It's 9 o'clock.
Are we done?
I think so. We could wrap it up now.
It's fun. Is there more people on now? Or is it less?
Yeah, you want to see the chat room going off?
Yeah, what does it look like?
Oh!
I'm very sore. I've been skating a lot. Oh, look, I can see myself walking.
Yeah, it's
What's that?
Don't wrap it up. Yeah, because Dill think of Sheckler. Sheckler's the best. Talk about Vita. Dill, you're hot. Poop my pussy. 5-0 kick. It goes too fast. Jeremy Rogers is going to be Gino. Hey, Dill, talk about 23 skateboards. No. Skate. Photosynthesis. Hi, Jason. From some dude from San Jose. Is that Jerry? Some dude from San Jose?
I don't know.
Pike Beef. South Street Seaport Barrier. Oh, he's talking about that trick I never made.
Should we wrap it up?
That's exhausting.
Yeah, that hour went by fast.
Yeah, hey. Was that interesting enough for everybody and bore everybody up?
I thought it was interesting.
Do we have more viewers now than when we started, or do we have less?
It seems like the same.
How many did we start with?
It's like always been around like 170.
All right, what's that buzzing? There you go.
More questions.
All right.
But we'll wrap it up.
We'll wrap it up.
But thanks for doing our show, Jason. And next week, we are...
Noam Chomsky.
Our next week's guest we'll announce at the end of the week. But thanks for calling.
Hey, Renee, hello. Chris Carter, Jim Thiebaud, Mickey Red. No, you're not watching. It's silly.
Are we going to have after hours karaoke later?
I could sing one song in a little bit.
All right, we'll do a song in a little bit.
Yeah. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.